So as you all know, the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer released last week, and it was pretty great. It was pretty great. It gave us a lot of information and confirmed a ton of rumors that have been circulating for the past year or so. We know that Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Electro, Lizard, and Sandman will be in it as the Sinister Six. But wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no sixth. Wait. Who is the sixth? Well, today that's what we're going to hopefully try to answer in this video. Welcome back to All New Nerds. We are on a road to 1K, so consider subscribing to the channel. Alright, let's get into this. So, let me preface this by saying firstly, no, I don't work for Marvel or Sony, but I will be using leaks and rumors as evidence towards my theories, and hopefully they make sense. There was a plot description for the film that released a few months ago that so far has been pretty faithful to what we have seen, and even they don't know who the sixth member is of the Sinister Six in Spider-Man No Way Home. So, let's dive into some theories. Firstly, I'll go over the main three suspects: Vulture, Mysterio, and Scorpion. Vulture could be possible because we know that in fact he is alive, but in prison at the moment, we think. However, he did appear in the Mobius trailer, which definitely raises an eyebrow for me. Personally, I wouldn't really understand why Vulture would be kept secret, and I feel like he doesn't really work into the story that's being played out here. Sure, he could be formidable, but with all the advancement that Tom Holland's Peter Parker has gotten, I feel like he wouldn't really stand a chance at this point. I just don't think he's a big enough villain. The next suspect is Mysterio, who could be really likely. However, spoilers for Spider-Man Far From Home, he is dead by the end of the movie. But this could have been easily another one of his illusions, and we really do feel the effects of Mysterio in Spider-Man No Way Home on Peter, because he was the one who revealed Peter's identity, and is really why all the events in the film will be put into motion. We do know that a lot of people are rooting for Mysterio in the story, as evident by some set photos and some No Way Home merchandise saying, "We believe in Mysterio." And what a better way to dance on Peter's quote-unquote grave by revealing himself to be behind this at the end of the film, really twisting the knife. It would be cool, but no. Firstly, I just don't think that it would make sense for him to do that. Also, having the main villain of your second movie come to be the main villain in your third movie would be repetitive, kind of weird. Also, I do truly think he is dead, and I would wonder if he is in fact alive, how that would affect the public's view on him, but who knows? But overall, I don't think this is what will happen. Scorpion. Now, Scorpion was teased and literally shown all the way back in Spider-Man Homecoming, as he appeared twice in the film, on the Staten Island ferry scene and in the end credit scene, which seemed to be setting up a Sinister Six in the future. And now the time has come, and we have had really no word of actor Michael Mando returning for the role. Could this be the big secret? Well, maybe? We do know that J.K. Simmons is back as J. Jonah Jameson in the MCU, and in the comics he hires Matt Gargan to be part of the Scorpion Project, which then turns Mac into the Scorpion, which could be a very likely thing to happen in this film. There's also potential evidence seen in this Lego set. There's an unnamed creature which looks very Scorpion-like, so they could be going full Scorpion creature with the design. But here's my theory on the situation. I do think that he will be a villain in this film, just not as a sixth member of the Sinister Six. My theory is that he will be the villain of the first act of the film, and will be hired by JJ, will be hunting down Peter, forcing Peter to hide in the sanctum, and truly being the reason why he wants to make the wish so his loved ones don't get hurt. I think that makes sense. Sounds like it could work, so wait. I'm really answered the question. Who is the sixth member of the Sinister Six? I'm not going to take full credit for this one because I have seen the idea been rarely tossed around, but from what I have seen, they have not gone into it as much depth as I will try to do. Okay, I believe, you all ready for this? The sixth member of the Sinister Six in Spider-Man No Way Home will be none other than Ned Leeds? Okay, so I believe this theory has the most amount of evidence and would make the most sense for the film in my opinion. The MCU's version of Ned Leeds is a combination of two characters from the comics. His actual character plays more like a character named Ganke, who is essentially Miles Morales' best friend in the Ultimate Comics. And you may have noticed him as Miles' roommate in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, as well as making an appearance in the Miles Morales PS5 game. Whereas his name is Ned Leeds. And in the comics, he was framed as being the Hobgoblin. So no, he's not the actual Hobgoblin, but I still think this theory can make a whole lot of sense. Stick with me. In prepping for this film, Jacob lost a lot of weight. He looks great. Maybe this was a life choice, but maybe this was also for something to do with the role. And maybe, you know, he's gonna wear a suit, and the Hobgoblin suit might be the suit that he's gonna wear. He does also appear in the trailer, and this could be a stretch, but Ned doesn't look like himself. He seems super serious. There's also an official still released about a couple months ago that featured Peter, MJ, and Ned was wearing a Letterman jacket or a football varsity jacket. So that kind of gives me an idea that there's going to be some character switching. We know that Willem Dafoe, who played Green Goblin in the first Raimi Spider-Man film, is reprising his role once again in this one, and he's heavily rumored to be the main villain of the film. It makes sense, right? So we'll get to that in a minute. We also know that Peter's wish is for everyone to forget that he is Spider-Man. This was of course made public by J. Jonah Jameson and Mysterio at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home. These set pictures were leaked earlier this year, which shows MJ in a coffee shop. We see Peter outside, possibly spying on her after the wish is granted to see if she even remembers him. Peter's life will be extremely different without people knowing that he is Spider-Man. So, here's how it could play out. I kind of imagine it that, first off, we know Peter's wish has dire consequences in the film. Of course, it being the reason that it opens the multiverse up for these villains to pop into the MCU. It seems that the wish does in fact work, but maybe not exactly how Peter wants. I imagine Ned forgetting, just like MJ does, which leaves a big window of opportunity to have Ned turn on Peter somehow. And who better to manipulate him than Mr. Manipulator? That was a completely made up thing. The Green Goblin! It's the Green Goblin. So somehow Norman gets a hold of Ned and manipulates Ned into hating Peter for killing them. Or maybe Ned finds out Peter is Spider-Man through other means, or maybe not at all, and Ned just begins to hate Peter naturally. In the third act of the film, we see Ned suited up now as the Hobgoblin, personifying the consequences of Peter's action in the film, as his best friend is now trying to kill him. So, I think that'd be pretty cool. Who knows, maybe on December 17th it turns out I'm completely wrong. But what do you all think of these theories? Do you agree? Do you not agree? And what are some theories of your own? Let me know in the comments below. We're on our way to 1K subs, and we'd love to have you be part of the journey. So if you like this video, why not subscribe? Thanks so much for watching the video, and we'll see you all later. Bye!